Hey, Bonnie. You just jumped right in there. How are you doing tonight? I'm gonna turn on my tablet. I can read some extra chat. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, everybody. How are y'all doing tonight? Mom and I have been traveling. Let's see. This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, third day. We are where we're going to be for our convention for the gala in Kansas City. So just get into the right channel, to the right video, to the right everything. Hi, Denise. Good to see you. So I just unloaded from here to there. What? Hey, Geneva. Good to see you. I just unloaded what we've been snooping at for the last 3 days. There wasn't much on the first day. Just have to think about it. There was nothing. Basically, we didn't get any shopping done on the first day. So, hi, Pamela. Good to see you. So, yeah, most of it was on Monday and today, Tuesday. Sherry, welcome. And we are in our lovely hotel at Embassy Suites where, oh, I'm sorry. I think it's fun. So, hi, honey. How you doing? I think it's fun. You get to see new places, new parts of the country. So we drove a little bit different way this time. So we weren't just driving down I-70. So we saw some different things this time across to Kansas City. So what part of the country? I'm still in Kansas. We didn't go too far. Actually, we're in Missouri because we're on the other side of the river. But we're in Kansas City, Missouri. So we're up by the airport on the northwest corner of the city, basically. So Mom's bringing me something. Thank you. That's fine. Okay, thank you. So, okay, we'll just leave that to the side. Mom was researching something for me. Hi, Mary Beth. So yeah, this is our embassy. Oh, sorry. All of a sudden my face is like itchy. I've unloaded half of my my car. We'll unload the other half tomorrow. So Stephen will be leaving tomorrow. Our other Barb left Monday, and our other Colorado girls left today. So they should be halfway across Kansas as well. It's like a mass exodus from Colorado over to Kansas City. So yeah, I have oh, what I was saying was this is our suite here in the Embassy Suites where we have like this front sitting room. So we've brought in this table right here, and then the table I'm on is the desk, and then this table right here is a folding table we brought in as well. So we'll have 2 6-foot tables that we'll put shelves on, and the desk that well, desk doesn't get a shelf because I didn't bring any extra ones. And that's where we'll display our glass for room sales. And we have this where this curtain is. It's a big like picture window to the outside walking aisle. So and the hallway is open, like it's a big open. What do we want to call it? It's like the middle of the hotel is totally open, like with the gardens or plants and stuff down below. So you can see across like the whole floor, and you can see whose doors are open and whose windows are open and who has stuff in their rooms for sale and stuff like that. So that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, big common area. That's what we'll be doing for part of the gala that we're here for. Blurry? Am I blurry? Yeah, I didn't think about checking to see if, yeah, I'm gonna have to stay on my oops, let's try that. I have to stay on my maybe foyer. Yeah, I have to stay on my cellular because I didn't think about looking for the Wi-Fi code, honestly. So try not to move too fast. Should be okay though. So, I mean, I found a few things. It looks like I've kind of picked up a lot of a bunch of people were putting out holiday stuff, so it's kind of fun to kind of get some of the first dibs of the holiday stuff. Is it any oh, Foyer, you're okay. Is it still blurry? Are we good? Oh, okay. We're just saying Foyer and it decided to get you. Got it. All right. So, hi, I'm Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. If you guys aren't familiar with me, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is my email address, vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com. That's how you contact me. I will be doing mostly I do offer ups and I do first claims. They're first wants or first claims or first whatever you want to call it. Different words for the same thing. I have some that are limited quantities that I will offer as a straight sale, and the first claim word that I see in the chat will get it. So if I have a singular item that that I only have one quantity of, obviously, then I will usually put that up as an offer up. So normally I invoice within 48 hours, but I will be invoicing when I get home and combining with next week's sale. We're getting home on Tuesday next week. So tonight's and next week's sale will go on one invoice, and then I will ship them together. So there'll be a combined invoice and combined shipping that will help for defraying some of that cost of items. So yes, I know spell check gets you every time. For the autocorrect, that's what gets me. I'm like, I never typed that in there. Good, Laura, thank you. So, a couple other things. Please give a thumbs up. Helps with all those algorithms here on YouTube. And if you don't mind double checking to see if you are subscribed to the channel. If you got notifications for tonight's sale, then you probably are still subscribed. But YouTube tends to, subscribe, unsubscribe people willy-nilly. So sometimes it's just a good reminder to check and make sure that you have all your notifications on how you want them and all those good things. So let's see. Miss Paula is not here tonight yet, and I'm not seeing Kristen, at least in the chat yet. So I might have to either ask if there's someone who's interested in modding, or you have to bear with me and I will be a little bit slower on the typing in of stuff for modding tonight. Doing it all by myself. I don't have my laptop, which actually goes a little bit quicker, but that is at home because it's just too much stuff to carry around with us. So we'll see. There's Mom. She's in the other she's in the other room. So yeah, what's really cool about these is that we can, well, this is the front, and then this is the back half, and there's a little refrigerator, microwave, sink, and then the bathroom is right at the end of that, and then you can shut the bedroom door. So you don't have to have all your stuff out on display for everybody. Not like in West Virginia where you have to set up the tables around your bed and everything. So this is a really nice way to be able to be set up here at Gala. So that's what I was going to say. So later on this weekend, I'm sure Stephen will, and I am going to try to do some a pop-up of people's rooms and how they're displayed and what's available for glass for that, because the majority of everything that will be here is Fenton glass this weekend. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. And there'll just be an abundance of it. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember off the top of my head what the theme is. I should. I remember reading it, but I don't remember it. I will try and make note of it so I can tell you all when I do a pop-up later this weekend. So that's another good reason to make sure that you are subscribed and have your notifications on, because if I do a pop-up or when we do a pop-up this weekend, oh, crests are the theme. So that's like the different color around the edge of the crimp that Fenton did. So that'll be really interesting because they did some samples and some combinations to try and find out what they like to do the best. And there are some colors that they produce for very short periods of time. So you don't get to see them very often in person. So that'll be, they do this huge display that's, I don't know, 6 to 8 foot, 6 foot tables wide, and it's about 6 feet tall, all shelved up, and they fill that with glass for the display for the main program. And it's very impressive grouping of glass in person. So that'll be what we'll be looking at later on, probably in a video. I can't go live from there, but we'll definitely go live when we do the room sales. So, okay. Unless there's anybody who wants to do some modding for me, which I totally understand. If you're not up to it tonight, not a problem. Yep. Hi, Kristen. We're not on the road anymore. We got here. We were on the road. We're going to do a little bit of sightseeing tomorrow, but I have to set up in the room. But other than that, we'll be all ready to go for convention starts Thursday evening, I think, is when we can pick up our packets. So, yeah, fun stuff. Okay. I don't know where to start. I'm just like, I'm kind of ready for bed at this point, but that's okay. We're good. I've got it all unpacked for you. We'll do it. So, let's see. All right. Yep. Everybody's still saying hello to, oh, I need to put this to top chat. That would be helpful to see all the comments coming through. So there we go. No worries. Thank you for letting me know, Kristen. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to put them in before I show them. It'll just take a little bit extra. It's not a problem. Let's see. Offer up. We're going to start at too many things going through my head. There we go. All right. First item. So, and I will be shipping back from Colorado. Normally I'm in Colorado Springs, so everything's going to come back with me so that I can combine shipping with this week's and next week's sale, and then any pop-ups we do as well. Hi, Carol. How are you doing tonight? So this is the guy I'm going to offer first, the start of $10. I have no idea if he is new or old. This is the bottom, so there might have been some sticker here, but he's like a paper mache. I don't know, large mouth Dracula kind of devil. I don't know, but I thought he was pretty interesting. Where you could put candy or treats in there. He has glitter all over him though. And he's very lightweight, and you could also hang him from this wire. So I thought he was unique. He is so best. I don't have my ruler, but he is approximately 8 by 6. Which way we want to go here? By 6. He's about 6 inches tall, 8 inches this way, and about 6 inches wide. I'm not seeing any markings inside. I mean, they make all sorts of new stuff that looks like old stuff. So even if it's vintage inspired, I thought he was fun. I am not getting too much glitter on my hand, so the majority of it is pretty much staying on him. But boy, he would be fun too for if you had some lights. He doesn't glow or anything, so it could be, but he's not like big enough to go trick-or-treating with. It's more like he looks like he's a basket style for displaying, but more to, I would say, put red hots or hot tamales or something like that in there, and it'd be really cute, like on your desk for work or something like that. So I'm gonna set him to the side. Try and go from one side to the other. I'm gonna start out with some of the bigger things, and then we'll go to some of the littles. This is, let's see, I'm just going to put a start in. He is going to be a start of 8. Again, this is a foam-based pumpkin with a little silk or satin ghost. He has one little hand sticking out from his cape here. There isn't one on the other side. There's a wire, but I don't know if it was supposed to have one on it or not. So you can see the wire there. It's about 7 inches tall. Yeah. That's 5 inches. That's as close as we can get. But this is very lightweight. It's paper over styrofoam. I thought it was cute. I'm guessing it's got to be something around the 80s because of the face, right? I just thought the face was adorable. So it'd be great for a display. I know that I brought a lot of Halloween last week, but since a lot of the booths were really full of new stuff, I got a few deals, and then I will put it over into my booth at home when I get home too, since it's just the start of being able to sell all this fun stuff for October. And as always, if you see something that's not claimed when you're watching again, or a little bit later in the chat, if you're watching to catch up, just throw a comment in the chat and we will go back to it. Not a problem. Well, usually I know this is 8 inches on my hand, so this is 5, so we're pretty close. We got it. We got a couple different ways to go with that. Okay. This is one of the heavy ones that I picked up. She is super cool. This is a chalk witch. Now I know it is a hobby piece, and I know like she's got a little ding right here that might need to be touched up, but she is about, let's see, 8. I would say she's about 12 inches tall, maybe a little bit taller than that. It does weigh I would say 2 pounds or more. It is a plaster of Paris base. We're going to start her at 12. I mean, but she's got an amazing face with some details on her hat. She's basically done in oranges and purples and then greens for her hands and everything. Let's see, she's got a little kitten that's peeking out on this side and a little pumpkin on that side. Might be a little heavy for shipping, but again, I love to offer the things to you guys first. I think it's plaster of Paris because there's some bubbles here in the base, but there's nobody signed it, nobody put in, there's no mold number or anything. So, and the little bit of wear around the bottom is where it was not as level, so it was rubbing on the surface of wherever it had been displayed previously. So she have a little, yeah, she has a little bit of a, needs a little touch up on the brim of her hat. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice that before. She's got a little skull right at the clasp of her cape as well. So we can just consider that her birthmark or her beauty mark. Doesn't have to be a big wart. It's just a little white dot. And I know she is heavy, but again, I have to show you guys first. Okay, I'm going to switch to a piece of glass. I do not know who the maker of this one is, but I try and pick up anything that is glowy whenever I can. This is a great satinized finish. It's a single candle holder. It's about 2 inches tall and about 3.5 inches across. It's going to have a start of $8. It's got that great octagonal shape and it glows like crazy. I would guess, my educated guess would be Tiffin, but it's a single, but I didn't want to leave it behind. I need to figure out a way to do a black light in my booth because it certainly would be fun to have some items lit up with the holiday kind of fun little display. So it is that green, that depression glass green color. and glows that really wonderful uranium glass glow. But be great with a single lucite candle in it, or a black wax candle would be really fun to have in there as well. Oh, and I think I saw that they have those for Halloween. They have the ones that drip red wax over like the white. Those are pretty cool. I used to have some of those before. I see Romola in at 8. Thank you, Romola. You'd set the vampire basket on it. Oh, kind of like a display, like this way. That would be fun too. It would probably be. It does have a flat enough piece if you wanted to use it as a stand for a display. You could. So, all right, we're gonna say sold to Romola. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Green candlestick, perfect. Now, with Kristen, I know Kristen is working on and off here tonight, but I'll show this one quick. This is an avocado green crackle hat-shaped vase. It is just about 4 inches tall, and the hat brim is just 4 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and then the base itself is just about 2.5 inches across. I don't know if it has the Blinko sticker on it. We're gonna start this at 12. I showed it to Mom and said, okay, Mom, if you don't want it, I want to take it because it's that nice fall. Let's see if I can get it without blasting it out. Let's see. Avocado green color. There we go. That helps show the color. But it's just a nice little piece. Oh, Kristen is in at 12. Thank you, Kristen. And here's the base. So I'm thinking that this would be the pontillin. There's enough that's been polished there that would have been on the punty rod. Oh, yeah, big. Since I'm typing in my own stuff tonight, I'm going to be doing it short and sweet. Unless somebody else comes in, we will be sold to Kristen. And of course, if someone does come in, we will back it up and do that. Nope, no glow. I tried in the store, it definitely didn't have it. So it's always fun to check it out. Thank you, Kristen. Got it. I'm gonna switch back to a little ceramic Halloween guy. So he is a little votive. Looks like they tried to just do the orange around the edge of the opening, but on the inside they got a little messy and it dripped through. I don't see any marking on the bottom. I don't think it's terribly old, but I just thought it was kind of fun with the dangling bats and the boo where you could light it up. So like, oh, does that show anything? Nope, it's too bright in here to show anything. We're going to start the ghost at 8. He is just under 8 inches tall and about 4 by 3 on the base. So 4 inches by 3 inches. One of the things that has already sold at my booth, I've sold like 3 or 4 ghosts in the last week. So that was one of the reasons why I picked up a couple more as I was seeing them. on our traveling across Kansas. It's a bummer we didn't get to stop at one of the places I usually like to stop at because we were just running a little bit behind and just couldn't get there before they closed. For the detail on the bats with their fangs and everything. So I do like the ones that are nice and smiley and cheerful. They make me happy. All right. Here's something a little bit different. I don't know if you guys would be interested in it or not, but I love the old milk bottle. It says dairy with the cow on it. They whitewashed it and then put a like the paper lining for a cap on it as a display with some, what do they call that? With the twine or the jute. And it just makes a really cool display piece. There's a particular vendor in Salina that they do some crafted items, which I have some pumpkins and some candy corns and a couple more ghosts. And their prices are just so good. I can't even make it for what their prices are. So let's see, is there any, I don't see any marking on the bottom. It'd be fun with a cow, a barn, a farm display. Let's see, 5, yeah. We're right at about 10 inches tall and about 3 by 3 square. And I can't find these dairy bottles anywhere. In Colorado, you just don't find them. So, hi Mary, welcome. Good to see you. Okay. Here's another one of her items that she has. I'm assuming that she's making these things because they're just, her booth is totally full of them. So, these the candy corn I'm going to show you are going to be a claim with, let's see, I won't tell you the word until I put it in the chat. And they're going to be, oh, flipping there. I got, all right. They are a muslin sewn like little pillow, and they've been painted on this side with the orange, yellow, and white for the candy corn, and then glitter added. Then she's gone used like an iron-on piece to seal up where it's been stuffed instead of doing it on the seam. I have 3 available, $4 each. So if anyone is interested in a candy corn for a display with a muslin, they are, let's see, 5.5 inches tall, and just about 3.5 inches across at the base. They would be fun in a big bowl full of little pumpkins and different things like that. Kind of like ornaments or pine cones, like for Christmas. They used to make a fun display. Oh, and some like a big Viking orange bowl. That would be really pretty. So, okie dokie. Thank you, Mary Beth. All right. I have a Francoma acorn wall pocket. It's in the tan brown glaze. It is marked right there, Francoma. I'll put in a start for it, and then I'll tell you what size it is. Okay, we're going to start this at 18. It is about 7 inches tall, about 5 inches across, 7 inches tall, and just about 3 inches deep. There's no chipping where the hole is for hanging it on the wall. Has a great glaze to it where it drips between that beige to the darker brown. there's a lot of stuff I see in Francoma, but this I thought was a really neat fall piece. Usually I see mugs, plates, that kind of stuff. But this one I thought would be really good with where you could put some florals, even as a display. I keep putting it in there, you can't see the whole thing. So that is that red clay. And it is looks like mold number 190 for Francoma. I haven't seen much that they've done in different shapes like this. I see a lot of the wagon wheel, kind of westerny kind of stuff in Colorado, but not as much of the acorns. All right, here's a big guy. I have no idea who made him, what he was for. I just thought he was really fun. It's a plastic skull. We're gonna do, oh, did I miss one? Romola was in at 18. I got you a sneak peek and I'm gonna write Romola down. Acorn at 18, and we'll put it in the chat. All right. Got it. Thank you, Romola. Keep that on there so it doesn't get lost. Perfect. Thank you, Vintage Finds. Right. I was like, have you seen this? I haven't seen this before. We got to really look around. We got to be able to take our time the last couple of days. We didn't have to be anywhere for anything in particular other than at some point get here today. So we were able to just kind of snoop around and look to our little heart's content. I mean, he is bigger than he's bigger than my head. So, and he has it's plastic like a below mold kind of plastic, or like the like Jeff was saying, like the trick or treat containers, but this lid is more of a plastic, like say a plastic bottle kind of. It's a little bit more if you bent it, it could crack. I would guess this was some sort of a, I don't know, popcorn bucket or ice bucket or treat bucket, something of the sort. He is a big guy. So he is probably about 9 inches tall, about 8 inches across, and yeah, about 9 inches from his chin to his skull. So we're going to start him at 10. I just thought he'd be a neat display, or I love being able to put just a bowl or a bucket out on the front porch for trick-or-treaters, and this would be a really fun thing to have for candy out on the front porch. Hopefully they wouldn't take the whole thing and run, but I wonder if you could light them up too. It's just too dark in here. It's not dark enough in here. That's what I mean to say. I'm gonna try turning off this light. That or my flashlight isn't. Yeah, my flashlight's just not bright enough. But you could put a votive in him as well, and he kind of would illuminate. But this just fits right in there to sit nice and straight. Turn that back on. That is strange. He's different. But like I said, there's a few places that we come across so that their prices are just good enough. It's not worth leaving stuff behind, because I can at least put it out in my booth as well. All right, let's see. Let's go to this other Francoma piece. I believe it's Francoma as well. Sorry. Probably should have searched this one the other day. This is a lavender glaze Francoma cornucopia. Now, it is marked right here, Francoma. It is a smaller horn, for lack of a better term. So it's about 10 inches from end to end. And that makes it about 3 inches tall here, but then about 6 inches tall at this end. It does have one little glaze issue. What we can't tell is if this was a mist. It's under the shiny glaze, so you can see the reflection. And you can't really feel it other than right there on this edge. So I think it was under the glaze itself. It just got a little color spot mist on it. This one, we're going to start it at, we're going to start them at 22. The only place you're seeing the red pottery is on the base here. But this would transition well between fall to Thanksgiving. And it is it's definitely a lavender. It's kind of coming off a little bit pink or mauve. Let me see if I can bring it up there for you to see closer. It is a mottled glaze, similar to the acorn, where it goes from a lighter color into that purple, and then a little bit brighter along the rim. And it is glazed all the way on the inside as well. So, like, it'd be fun to put little, like, pumpkins or wheat and stuff like that with a display. Not this guy. Again, something Mom and I haven't seen before. This color glaze and this shape. Okay. Take a quick drink. What to do next? Let's do this guy. This is not something I've seen before. I mean, and I say that, you know, I've been around glass a lot throughout my life, but it doesn't mean I've seen everything, obviously. And there are certain areas in the country that you see certain things more than others. This was tagged Westmoreland. So this is the caddy, the base with the 2 starbursts on the bottom, and then kind of almost like the what are they called? The Venetian look for Fenton, but it doesn't continue. Like, that is a mirrored pattern. This is just like half of it. It has this big wide handle, and then it has a creamer and a sugar in this set. Now, I'm going to put a startup, and then I want to show you what I found out about it when we got here. I'm going to start it at 24. Like I said, they had it marked Westmoreland. Is that what it is? Don't know. I didn't research it. Try and see if I can get this for you. I should probably do one piece. Let me hold one piece up in front of you so I don't drop it. It has the green glow. You can kind of see it right there. So again, don't know how it gets there. This is not a normal color that has a glow to it. These are a great color. They're very similar to a colonial blue in Fenton colors. They are just under 3 inches tall, and same across here, just about 2.5 and 2.5. I don't want to blind you all with the light, but this is the 365 UV light, and it's got that green slight glow to it. And I didn't see it until I had it where it wasn't as dark. I mean, and when I have white behind it, you can't see it at all. So, but when I hold it, when I hold it down here, where it's nice and dark, if you have a blacklight display and a concentrated lighting, it would probably show up much better. This reminds me of the chocolate syrup pitchers that they had at a restaurant we used to have downtown Colorado Springs called Michelle's. It's quite a bit larger than the ones they had, and this almost looks like a votive holder. If it were separated from the set, that would be what I would guess somebody would call this. And I mean, you could even use this in a bathroom for, you know, Q-tips or brushes or anything like that. I love it to be able to have functional glass that can do something that you can display what you're using on a daily basis. All right. Feel free to chat. I just want to, you know, amongst yourself, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Pretty much some of the regulars can answer it. I can answer it. That way I know that the chat is moving and that we don't have any stalls here on YouTube. And then we can carry on. Oh, let me turn the light back on. Kind of blares. Okay. Next up is this little handmade frog. Somebody made the little frog, put him on this little flannel cushion. But he is, I would say, circa late 70s, early 80s. And I love him. He's just got such a cute little personality. I remember making plush in like middle school in sewing class and putting these eyeballs on like puppy dogs and stuff. We're going to start him at $10. He is about 4.5, 5 inches tall, and his pillow is 5 by 5. It looks like he was hand stitched, and I would guess that the pillow itself was machine stitched. Well, maybe he's not hand stitched. Maybe they did like a serge stitch on him. Yep, that's what they did. It is way too uniform to be hand stitched. It's just done on the outside. Green flannel, yellow flannel, and I mean felt. He's a felt frog, flannel pillow. There we go. And look at those eyes. It's kind of like a Muppet. All right. I know. I can't imagine putting the time into that unless it was a project like you did at school or something. Speaking of, I have these pumpkins. They're made from trim paneling. This one is like the mint green color. I have 3 of them in the green. I have 3 white and 3 orange. They all have these stars that have a decoration on them with like put on with a rusty nail, and then the jute for the bow, and then they took like a piece of lath to make the stem. So they are approximately 6 inches tall and about 3 inches across. So we're going to put wooden pumpkins. Choice. At $4. Again, I have 3 of the green. I have 3 white. And I have 3 orange. They all vary just a little bit in terms of size. I mean, somebody has a stash of these great old building supplies. Oh, and they put a hanger on it, so they could be hung on the wall or on a peg. But I think they would be great just standing up as a display. Because they do, yeah. Well, they might need a little balance help. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Some of them balance a little bit faster than others. But I mean, I can't even go out and buy the stars and the jute for the I mean, I couldn't do it for the price I'm selling it to you guys for $4 to make a dozen of them. So I just think they're really fun, rustic. They're all a little bit different in how they are worn or distressed for a shabby kind of pumpkin look. Let's see, let's put the white ones up next to each other. So this one's a little bit taller. This one you can see like where there was a nail hole. So those are the 3 white ones. And here are the 3 orange ones. I tried to pick ones that were a little bit different, but all pretty good looking all together. This one's heavier, I don't know why. But they cut them, they sanded the edges so that they weren't splintery. They painted and distressed them, added the details, added the stems and the hangers, and I'm bringing them to you guys. If I made these, I would probably have to start these at somewhere around $8 to $10 a piece. But just because I don't have those kind of supplies just hanging around, so. Okie dokie. Let me read this guy's tag here. Made in Hong Kong. I have a velvet donkey. He will be an $8 start. He's got a carrot, I believe, is what that is supposed to be depicting in his mouth. He's got yellow velvet. He's got his little pack and blanket on. He's got a little daisy necklace with the harness and his little straw hat with another daisy up there. I don't believe. I mean, the white glows, but that's because it's white, like when you go to the roller skating rink. So no neon colors. He is approximately 6 inches tall and about 5 inches long, just a couple inches across. His ears do stick out further than the rest of his body. But he has his original sticker that says made in Hong Kong. So it gives us an age, a clue to his age. That should be late 70s, early 80s as well. I thought he had a little bit of an attitude holding that carrot in his mouth. When I unloaded this one, they had wrapped him in paper and put him in one box. I'm like, with nothing else. He's not breakable, guys, but thank you for being so cautious that he wouldn't get broken or scratched or something. I don't know. All right. I'm going to check on a copyright. 1965. I have a vintage spook with great graphics on the front of it. This will be a $6 start. There's a paperback. It does have a little bit of wear on the spine. It's a Scholastic book. But it has a great graphic with the witch and the dog on the front. Bright orange, green font. On the back it has spells and bottles and skulls. It just does have somebody's name, address that originally owned it written in the front cover. But it was copyright 1965 and it says first printing 1967. So I'm not sure what that means between, it says this edition was published by Scholastic Book Service. So the text original copyright was 65 and then this book in the way it was done was 67. Thank you, Nancy. There are some illustrations throughout the book, the black and white, with the trick-or-treaters. Got some really great graphics. I don't come across these often. They're, like I said, a little bit of a condition issue. Here she is with her big book of spells. It has a little like you know, a tear on an edge of a page, but great graphics. Just a little bit of wear on the spine. But it is what, 58 years old? It's not bad condition whatsoever. More than that. 5, 6, 7. Pretty close. All right, I see Nancy at 6 for this book. Put it in. There we go. Thank you, Nancy. There. The other book I have is Spooky Tricks. And I Can Read book. It has the graphics with the ghost, like being a magician with that purple hat. This is the hardcover. Yeah, Debbie did put her name right in the front cover with a marker. But it has color pages. This will be a $6 start also. Copyright 1968. I will put that in there. Start of 6. And try and get to some of the pictures. So it looks like purples, greens are the color, like all, yeah, purples and greens and black are the colors of the graphics in here. I see MJ at 6. There's one I was going to. There's the haunted house with a spider. It's got some great graphics. I'm sure it would be fun to do some color copying if you like doing some of the assemblages. Look, it's a double-headed ghost. Hey, Jeremy, good to see you. And there is solid on the back side. This is a residue from the sticker. But all right, I have MJ down for 6. Write it down. Let's see. Tricks. And we'll put it in the chat. Usually everybody else gets to these the vintage books long before I do, but I was trying to get to several stores before we left to see if they were putting Halloween out. There wasn't much out yet. So, all right. I think I'm down. Well, I have these. Have a ghost. Can you see it in the package? It's like a piece of batting that they put stiffener on, and then it is on a stick, so it could go like in a pot or on a wreath. I have 3 of them, or in a vase. That would be really great too, in a vase with orange, purple, green, black bouquet. That would be really pretty. So I have 3 of them available. And you thought I was a cookie? Yeah, I wonder. It's almost like it could have been a cookie cutter in terms of the shape. So these are going to be choice at $3 on the ghost. I'm guessing 10 or about 14 inches long on these guys. I like that they're in the bags, but it's really hard to show you. Oh, is it open on that end? Oh, there we go. It's open on that end. So it's like a fleece batting and then a muslin and felt on the Happy Halloween. Looks like it was stamped. And then it was attached to a dowel that's painted black. I know it used to be really fun to go to the Scholastic book fairs at school when I was a kid. I agree. It used to be quite a thing. Then when my kids were older, man, they got expensive, some of those books. Choice of 3. Ghostesses. All right. I have a Hallmark. It's upside down. Gotta get the cheaters out to make sure I have it turned the right direction. There it is. Hallmark cards. This is the hard plastic cookie cutter. There it is. This will be a $4 claim. Yep, we are in Kansas City. It is the scaredy cat cookie cutter with the 3D. Claim it with cat. We got here this afternoon. So we're gonna go do a few things around Kansas City that we don't normally have time to go do. Mom and I. And then I will be setting up tomorrow as well. Here in the room. Let's see, this guy is 3.5 by 3.5 pretty much on the cookie cutter. These harder plastic ones, they were pretty hard to find back when I was starting to collect them in the late 90s. They used to have their dates on them, but I don't see a date on it. It just says Hallmark Cards Incorporated. So we are in the land of Hallmark here in Kansas City as well. I do have another choice. I have these little cinnamon. Oh, Kristen's going to take the cat cookie cutter. Thank you. I got you. These are going to be $5. They smell fantastic. Somebody made these. I remember making these after high school one year, like the cinnamon ornaments, but they made pumpkins. They smell fantastic out of cinnamon. They are just tiny. They are just about 2 inches tall and about 1.5 inches wide for the pumpkin. They're going to be $5 choice. I thought they would be great for a miniature shelf. I have 3 available. And can claim with spice. If not, I'm going to have one on my dresser at home just because that's one of my favorite things come holiday season is the cinnamon scented pine cones. I mean, same thing. The amount of work somebody did to hand make these, I love them. And I would rather support someone who's already put the work into them and bring a couple, and I will enjoy them at home and put a couple out at the booth. They look like little wedding cookies almost, or little spritz, not spritz. Call them. Oh, it's not coming. Darn it. Snickerdoodles. They look almost like snickerdoodles. Obviously they are brown, but that's kind of what the cookies look like. Speaking of Hallmark, I have some I'll bring these ones. I have some Merry Miniatures that I have saved for, so ginger snaps. Very true. Color-wise, I agree. I know. They are hard to make. These ones are Halloween Merry Miniatures, so I'll go ahead and bring them now, but I have some saved for the 12 Days of Christmas sale. It's a little cat witch. So she will be a quick claim at $5 for witch. By the time I get it typed in, somebody will already have it in there. Awesome. Thank you, MJ. Perfect. There. This one will be a $5 quick claim. It's a little bunny mummy with his Happy Halloween bag. So we're going to say claim. Autocorrect is getting me. There it is. Got it. And these are the little ones for the miniature tree, like the type cut trays. This is probably just over an inch tall, about 3/4 inches wide. I think sometimes these have the year on the bottom of them. 1991. Harder to see on the white. My fingers smell like cinnamon now. Oh, MJ's going to take the mummy as well. Thank you, MJ. And this one too. Let's see. This would be a $5 claim with Bear, and he's just a little bit smaller. He's a Merry Miniature by Hallmark as well. Turn it this way. I know. They're very 1991 Hallmark cards. He just went on the floor. Sorry. Found him. I see you, MJ. Thank you. He jumped right out of my hands. But look at that little tiny pumpkin cookie he took a bite out of. So cute. And Bear. ×2. On this one, that'll be one less paper to keep track of. Got it. Now, this one. Hi, Midge. How are you doing tonight? This one, I think this one is a rust, but I'm not sure because I'm not seeing a mark on it. It says made in Hong Kong with the original, with an original price tag on it. So this is a jack-o'-lantern with a lid, and it's a bigger size. So it is about 1.5 inches tall and about 2 inches wide. And this is the only one I have. I like him because he has the lid that actually opens up. Matches his little pumpkin stripes. And he already looks like he's lit up with the yellow lining on him. We'll do claim Jack for jack-o'-lantern. So compared to, say, the Merry Miniature Bear, he is quite a bit taller and wider. That's why I don't think this one is Hallmark, because it would have been marked. Wait, let me see what's on the back here. I am wrong. It is Hallmark. It's right here on the back edge of the pumpkin. I was looking on the flat, and it says right there, Hallmark. So I've not seen that one before. I used to do a lot of Hallmark ornaments and stuff when I worked for Hallmark, and we had a book of like collectors book and information for Merry Miniatures, and I don't think I didn't have this one before. He's cute. I ended up with a lot of pumpkins. Kind of 'tis the season. All right. Next quick claim I have is a pin. And we're going to do $5. It is a scaredy cat pin. Here's his tail. Watch his eyes. And this is also, goodness sakes. Yep, also a Hallmark pin right here. Hallmark cards. A little detail of the fur on the tail. It is about 3 inches tall by about an inch, inch and a quarter wide. He's wearing that little mask, and then his tail goes back and forth and his eyes change direction. I see you, MJ. Thank you. I see a pumpkin that I missed. It's not over here. All right. I have a ceramic. These are similar to the round ones I had, a hobby piece, sorry, that I had last week. But he's just a different shape. He's more like a gourd shape. He's got a really cute face, but he has these black eyes. They're empty eyes. We can start him at $6. I believe he is a hobby piece. There are no marks on the bottom. He is just about, I'd say 4 inches tall, 3.5 inches each direction. I do love his expression though, and his nose. He might need a little bit more definition on his eyes, but I like him nonetheless as well. I like him because he's a little different shape. The ones I had last week were very much a sphere, almost like a baseball size pumpkin. So big. I have some other little itty bitty pumpkins. And I have a gnome. Here, this is a right, a little bit. Non-Halloween theme. This is a little miniature puppy dog, again in that kind of 1.5 inch tall, about an inch wide. It has a sticker on it, but because it's over the end, it's really hard to read, so I'm not quite sure. I think it's a made in Japan. This would be a start at 6. Star. Got it. It's got the little roses around his neck and the little lashes. All great painting. It's really hard to tell on the floral around the neck because it's so tiny, but it looks to be in good condition. There's the back side. Let me see if I can read this one anymore on the tag. It says treasure and then something. Oh, it's Taiwan. Bone China, Taiwan is at the bottom. And then it says treasure up there. And then probably that blue band is what the company's name was. Well, not quite as old as I thought he was, but still in that 80s area of vintage. Okay. I'm guessing nobody is going to be interested in having this shipped, but I will show it to you. It is like a cutting board with a coaster or a trivet in the middle, or a serving dish. It has a little bit of condition issues. It probably got a little bit too wet in terms of when it was washed or had, or maybe even with the humidity here. But it is a rooster. He says Morgenstrud Argolds Immun. I don't know. It's Swedish. It's made by Berggren. And this is let's see, it's 12 inches across. So it would be a little bit to ship because of the size of the box, but not terrible because it's probably about a pound, give or take a little bit. This would go in my Scandinavian sales probably for around $12 because of the condition of it, but I would start it here at 10. It's a great trivet in the middle. It's the wood that needs a little bit of help. Probably a little bit of sanding, and then maybe some like mineral spirits or something like that would probably refresh it right up. But the rooster, the chickens and the Dala horses are very big in the Swedish. Let's see, what would be called? It's like a logo or a mascot. They make the chickens and the Dala horse. They make Dala chickens and Dala horses out of Sweden. There is no mark on the back, but there is also a spot here that you could put a nail and hang it from the wall on the back side. Okay. Let's do this guy. This is different. I don't know. Let's see. This will be a $12 start. Motif, yeah, that's probably a good word for it too. This is a silver tone for the frame, and then a cobalt blue background for the clock, and all of the dots and the hands. It's going to be, see if I can do it. They charge up, you can see, so you can see them in the dark. This is marked West Germany, right down here at the bottom. And it's got an alarm on it, and then it's got the name at the top that says, it's hard to read. I can't read that in the script that it's in. Now it has one pin here that they've taped to it that I think came off of this. I have not tried to set, I can set the time. It says Forestville, now that I move the hands. Hi, Mitch. No worries. So you can set the time. And here's the alarm one. Let's see if I can watch it go off in the middle of the night as I wind it up. But this one doesn't do anything. It sounds like it's got something sprung. And then this is the alarm on and off. And it's got a stand. Oh, I hear it clicking now. It's ticking. It's doing something. I must have wound it enough. There we go. But it's West German. I love the cobalt face with the glow in the dark dots and hands. And it is approximately just about 4.5 by 3.5 on the frame. Nice and bright with that silver as well. Can you hear it ticking? So it sounds like something could, if you worked with it a little bit, it'd be able to maybe keep time even accurate. Or not accurately, but do something. I just thought it was neat because it was from West Germany. I'm going to turn it to off. I'm going to no alarm so it doesn't go off. Patsy, I had a start at 12. I see Romola in at 12. But yeah, I mean, that's because I wound this one here, and that's why we're getting the ticking. And this one is the one that is sprung. This is for setting the hands, and then I'm not sure what that one is that was supposed to be there. And then this one right here, it has a little tiny piece right there that it's goes back and forth, and I'm not sure what that does. I'm not seeing it. Anything move when I do it. All right, I see Patsy at 13. I'm going to leave it out here. I'm not going to take it in the bedroom, so hopefully it won't go off in the middle of the night. That's all we need is to wake up to an alarm that we can't go and find. Romola, would you like to be in at 14 or higher? Oh, Romola says 15. Let's say West. What's it made of? It's metal. The frame is metal. The face is plastic. It weighs probably a half of a pound. And it also, I mean, it's West Germany, so it's not, it's substantial. It's older materials. I like the A-frame design for standing up. Yeah, the back is metal. It's all metal. Might be some like a lighter weight metal here, but this is definitely a plastic on the face. But it doesn't have, it's in pretty good condition. I'm not seeing like many scratches on the face. Probably needs a little bit of a polish. I also like that cobalt mirrored look on the background of it. That's right. Breakfast will be early enough. We don't need to get woken up by an alarm. So I'm going to say clock. I have Romola in at 18. So Patsy, just let us know where you'd like to be. And then I have some more. I have one more piece. I have a serving piece with a glass liner, and then I have littles after this. Romola is out, and Patsy says 20. Thank you, Romola. We will call it for Patsy. It's kind of a fun, it's a nice ticking noise. Thank you so much. Thank you, Romola and Patsy. Okay. No going off in the middle of the night. Little alarm clock. All right, this is the other serving piece I have. It is a metal tray with a amber, come on, amber, amethyst liner. It is about a 3-inch square. Comes with the spoon that hangs right there at the top of the handle. It's probably like a condiment tray of some sort. I'm trying to read the, I don't know why I try and read things anymore with my tired eyes. Chrome Craft out of New York. We are in Kansas City. Good to see you. Thank you, Patsy. So it says Chrome Craft out of New York. We're here for the Fenton, let's see, the Greater Kansas City Fenton Finders Gala. Let me get you a start on this. So the liner is about 3 by 3. So the tray itself is about 5 by 5, and it is just about 4.5 inches tall, and then the spoon. So this will be a start. Oops, never mind that one. Of let's go here. I have a start of $8. So Mom and I did some snooping on the way here. Here's the design on the chrome. It's really shiny. I have one of these at the booth right now that's got a cobalt liner with a spoon, just same shape and everything like this. Be cute for pickles, for jam, for mayonnaise, mustard, anything fancy to serve that way. I believe that, I mean, if it needed to, it could be taken apart. This to that screw right there. I took one apart the other day to ship it flat. So it's a really unique spoon shape as well. Okay. All right, so I have pumpkins. Oops, I didn't even put them. I didn't even send it. Oh, I sent it. Sorry, guys. What happens when I mod myself without my computer? So I have 2 of these. It's the backside. Jack-o'-lanterns. I would say 1.5 inches tall. It'll be $2. Claim with Jack. One or 2 available. They are a ceramic. No, what do they have? Yeah, they're hollow. Pretty much hollow. I'm just going to tell you the claim words because it's easier instead of typing them every time. So these will be large pumpkin. They are about just under 2 inches tall. They'll be $2 each. I have 2 of those available. They're a little bit bigger. I'll show you compared to the jack-o'-lantern. They're a little bit bigger. Yep, there's going to be lots of glass here this weekend. And then we can claim with small. I have the small pumpkin, and it is just a little like 1.25 inches. So it kind of graduates each size. And the smalls will be $1 each. And I have, well, I will throw this one in. He needs a little bit of a, so I have 1 small, 2 jack-o'-lanterns, and 2 large. So the larges are 2, jack-o'-lanterns are 2, and the small is 1. They're getting smaller from here. We'll just keep going smaller and smaller. Oh, he's a cutie. This will be a $2. He's a wooden one. We'll claim him at $2 with Smile. He has this little heart-shaped leaf with a wire at the top. And he is, this was the small pumpkin. So he's just about 1 inch tall. Yeah, 1.5 inches with his stem. All right, I'm looking, I think, Midge, are you want to claim one of the jack-o'-lanterns? I have 2 of them available. You can tell me if you want 1 or 2. $2 each. Turn around, little Jack. There we go. There's his face. I'll watch the chat for that one. The next one is a little resin pumpkin. He's got a little heart detail on him. He's even smaller. I would guess about just about 1 inch wide and just about 1 inch tall. Yes, 2. Both jack-o'-lanterns. I got you, Midge. Thank you. So this is a resin one. It's flat. The other ones were ceramic. That last one was wood. So there's a little variety. It's got a little heart in there. This will be just, let's say resin, $2 will be a claim for him. This next one is an egg that they painted like a jack-o'-lantern. So he'll be at $2. We'll claim with egg. He's just little. Again, just about an inch, inch and a quarter tall. Compared to the resin one. Compared to the other round wood one. Somebody had a great little miniature display. And the last one I have that is a miniature, and he is probably 3/4 of an inch. And it is a flat wooden cutout pumpkin, solid orange on the one side with the jack-o'-lantern on this side. So he's just tiny. He'll be $1. So here he is next to the egg. He's even shorter. We'll claim him with flat, like Flat Stanley. I don't know how people can do this. I think this is amazing. Just a little bit of being able to paint faces is so cool. Somebody, I remember in the 80s, those craft fairs where people hand paint that kind of stuff. Takes a lot of talent. Okay, I have one fabric pumpkin. He's kind of like patchwork, cotton, stuffed. It's just about 3 inches tall and about 2 inches across. So it'll be $3. Claim with patch. That big. It's still ticking, Patsy. The pumpkin is still, the pumpkin, the clock is still ticking. Put these ones in the bag for Midge so we don't lose them or they don't roll off the table. Marilyn, I see you. Thank you. Sure, I spell you right. Got it. Thank you so much. Smooth round. Okay. This little guy, Midge with the heart leaf. He was $2 also. I will put him in with your jack-o'-lanterns. I'm going to say 3. Got you. That one to the side. Let's see. I have some pins, 2 keychains, and 1 gnome, and then I think we're to the end unless there's anything anybody wanted to see a second time. I have a little gnome. He's in fall colors. He's orange, browns, got a little red stripe on his hat, furry beard. He is going to be $6. He is resin. Claim with gnome. He is just under, it's about 2 3/4 inches tall. It's just this big. And his hat is a fabric. He's got a soft little pom-pom nose. But I thought he was cute with the, wouldn't he be so cute with the little cinnamon pumpkins up in a display? Sorry. Oh, Midge is going to take the gnome. Thank you, Midge. I saw so many gnomes this last 2 days. I have to kind of be discerning on the ones I like because there's so many of them out there. There's an entire wall full of them in the Scandinavian shop. And I kind of get a little picky with the gnomes because I have the ones I like. So, and I have certain ones that I really like. I don't know. I want how to explain it. Hi, Baba Wally. Good to see you. That's funny. All right, I have a choice of these silly face coin purse keychains. They will be $2 each. You can say green or red. Oh, I'll have to go rewatch it tonight. I did see that she posted something the other day. I remember these little coin purses. This one doesn't want to go the right direction. I'm squishing it wrong. There we go. I'm showing you the wrong side. There it goes. I'll have to go watch their update. That would be good to see what's going on with Jan. Made in China. I would guess these are 80s or 90s kind of styles. But I love the little silly faces. I have a little bin of keychains at my booth. I'm always looking for little keychains to put in there. I love having littles like this for kids for coming through and shopping as well. Oh, yeah. I betcha. Like the treasure chest treats. Yeah, of course. Okay, and the last thing I think I haven't showed yet, I have some Nightmare Before Christmas buttons. They'll be $2 each. Or no, let's just say $1 each. They'll be $1 each because they are a little bit, well, somebody didn't keep them in the greatest condition. They're not awful. They're just not super clean, super. It looks like they were like jostled around in a junk drawer. That's what it looks like. So we have Jack. We can claim him for $1 choice. And then we'll say face, because this is Jack's whole face on this button. They are 1.5-inch buttons that have the pin on the back. So they say Nightmare Before Christmas, Disney, that they are made in China. So they're not vintage, I don't think. They're just seasonal. Let's say claim Lime on this one since he's got these critters around him with the pumpkin and the cat face at the bottom. I have not, don't anybody be all outraged. I have not watched Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's say couple for this one, and I should know her name, but I do not. And then, all right, Nancy, I got you. And then this one is the dog with a green rubber ducky and that little guy. It's got a purple background. So I have Nancy for this one. Thank you, Nancy. Got you. Thank you. MJ is going to, oh, 0. That makes sense. Are you claiming this one or just telling me his name? Now I know Oogie Boogie if I saw him. But let me know, MJ, if you're claiming or just telling me the name that I don't know. Oh, I almost had her name in my... It's not Coraline, is it? I think that's another character. You would like it. Gotcha. Thank you. MJ, perfect. All right. I believe I have gotten through the items that I have unpacked. I think we got it. I did bring a few things with me, but I didn't even have to go into my reserves for that. If there's anything in, oh, no, I don't. I have one more thing that fell off my lap. They had a vendor in Salina that is making these reusable, what do they call them? Paper towels. So they are a flannel on this side, which is super soft, and it's serged all the way around. And then a nice soft terry cloth on this side. It's not that stuff that catches on your fingers. So they are, let's see, let's give it a 8. They're about 10 by 12. 10 by 12 square. I picked this gnome and mushroom fabric, and I'm keeping one for myself, but I have 3 available. So If anybody else would like one, yeah, they just did a really great job. And I don't like the microfiber stuff that catches on your fingers. So they are going to be, let's see, what did I say? $3 choice. And I have 3 available. I'll pop that in. So there's one. Yeah, it's just different parts of the pattern. But I love the mushrooms with the gnomes. Took me a while to find the one that I really liked. But and they almost have a wizardy look to them, but they're pretty cute with the mushrooms. MJ will take 2. All right, MJ. I will get you 2 that look a little bit different. So I have 1 left. If anybody else would like one, I got a couple different sets for presents for people. I did a little Christmas shopping while I was there today too, yesterday. All right, so gnome towel, 3 times 2 for MJ. Oh, Romola. Oh, I see her. This will be last one. Will go to you. Thank you, Romola. I mean, I have a large stash of kitchen towels, but I have to get a new one occasionally because I really I like supporting some of the artists that are at the malls like that too. So awesome. Thank you. Takes care of those. Okay. Oh, I do have this guy gnome. See, they're just crawling out of the woodwork, these little gnomes. This is a little pot hanger gnome. He's like a plaster of Paris. Look at his little face. He is all white practically, but his hat is like painted white, and then the rest of him is the ceramic white. He would be $7, and he would hang like on the edge of a bowl or a pot like that. This isn't deep enough for it. But I liked his little face. He does have a little bubble there in his ceramics, but it looks like he's almost blowing bubbles or holding his breath or something. He's got a little swirl on his hat. So he's actually not too bad for sitting like on a shelf even. He almost looks like he's leaning back on a tree. Like, I mean, he could sit on the shelf and it would be okay. Sometimes these little pot hangers, I wonder if they're gonna if you have little critters running around, you don't know if you want them to bump them off the pots. But I will put him in quick with a start of 7, just so it's in there so everybody can see it, and go from there. So yeah, all right, did all that, we got that, did these guys. Nothing else fell off. Yes, it did. That back up here. Got that rooster. We did all the little pumpkins. I think we got it all this time. So watch for some pop-up coming up with Steven throughout our room sales this weekend. I will double check with him and see if we can find a time that would be good. Probably somewhere around Saturday afternoon, because we have a little bit of time between a seminar and a dinner that we probably could do some of that with the room shopping pop-up lives. And I guess I'll see y'all next week. I'm trying to think. I'm going down my head in my list of all the things I need to do. So again, I'll be combining invoices with tonight's Tuesday night with next Tuesday night when I'm home. So I'll combine shipping and invoicing into one statement. Helps with the cost of that again as well. And watch for pop-ups, and anything that happens through the pop-up as well will be combined with that invoicing. So thank you so much. I'm glad you all got to see a little bit of the shopping we got to do these last couple days on our way here. And thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. If you're watching on the replay, shoot me a message here or comment on the video. And if there's something that wasn't claimed, then we can help you out with that. So have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you soon, hopefully on Saturday.